Tēnā tātou katoa, ko Wilward au, no e rana au, ki tamaki au, I noho ana, ki kai whakahaere o te pō te Whakaaro Nui. Kia ora everyone, my name is Will Ward. I am the interim CEO of Te Pō Te Whakaaro Nui, and on behalf of Te Pō and our co-host today, the Werry Centre, I'd like to welcome you all here to this Leading Sustainable Change Symposium. It's wonderful to have so many of you here today. Thank you, Kerry, for your opening and for your very solemn and respectful acknowledgement of the dreadful events that happened in Christchurch 2 weeks ago. To our Christchurch whānau who have travelled here today, a particularly warm welcome to you. It's wonderful to see so many change leaders in this room today, from a wide variety of sectors, organisations, DHBs, NGOs, variety of government departments, and of course other kind of peak body groups, consumer groups, etc. It's really reassuring to see so many of you who are interested in the subject of change and how do we do change positively. We could have filled the room twice this size. The interest was so high. And as a consequence of that, we are considering how we can kind of open up this forum to others around the country, particularly when we look at our workshop this afternoon. How can we do a roadshow around the workshop because the interest is so high? We have got over 200 people here today, and we have the first part of the morning is being live streamed, and we have quite a high number of people listening in on us and watching us today too. So today we are very thrilled to have such respected individuals giving us their time to speak to us. We have Ashley and Robyn from the Ministry of Health, who will share with us their perspective from the Ministry's view as the Ministry prepares for some of the expected changes that we will see over the coming months and years. And Robyn will also share with us some international best practice that Robyn experienced through her IIMX gel exchange in Sweden last year. We also will hear from Ron and the team. And Ron, I'm sure you'll all agree, did a remarkable job in keeping New Zealand and keeping all of us very connected to the process of the inquiry. And I'm curious and hopeful, and I'm interested to see how we can continue that kaupapa, how we can continue that sense of connection as we lead the changes, how we can continue with that unified purpose. Brody and James will share with us how the lived experience needs to be at the forefront of any changes we do. Many of us have we've all been involved in change throughout our careers, in a micro or macro level, and experienced varying levels of success. In this afternoon session, we'll have Dr. Fraser Todd, psychiatrist at Canterbury DHB, also with Matua Raki within Te Pō, and Terry Huriwai from Te Ora, leading us through what their experience of researching the literature around what makes change positive. What are some of the important concepts we need to consider if we want to be successful in change? They'll also lead us through a workshop where we can test some of those concepts. And your feedback during that session will be so important. Today is the first day that we're having a conversation around change. And for ourselves, we really want to see what might some of the next steps be around this conversation. And your feedback during the workshop sessions will be particularly valuable to that end. For some of you, the information shared today will be like a reminding exercise. For some, it'll be new information. For some, we will agree with it. For others, we won't. Indeed, I was talking with somebody yesterday who said it was brave of us to take on the subject of change. We all have an opinion on it. Many of us think we're good at it. Some of the evidence is not so great on it. So the main thing for today is that we're having a conversation about it, and we encourage you to have that conversation with each other as well. The genesis for this symposium happened over a year ago. Robyn was still at Tipo, and the Matua team were having Matua, which is our addiction arm of Tipo. They were having a discussion around CEP, coexisting problems, and how it hadn't, after many years of effort and endeavour, how it hadn't been fully embedded into services. So the questions were asked around, why is this? What lessons have we learned from those many years of not having CEP fully embedded? As I said, what lessons have we learned from that? We know that over 5,000 people made a submission to the mental health inquiry. Those people wanted change. They wanted change in services that many of us in this room today have an influence in changing. So how do we maintain, how do we go forward with that, how do we go forward with maintaining the essence of what they want us to do, essentially to change what we do? So the key message for me and the key outcome for me from today, as I said before, is that we are having a conversation around change, that we will discuss and we will shape what the next steps will be around this conversation. Fraser and Terry will share with us those key concepts, and those key concepts, it's important that we discuss them and understand them to determine if they can help frame for us a framework that is New Zealand based, that is reflective of the New Zealand context.